in this prestigious institution IIT Madras, where we are hosting a lot of NGOs. I would say there are 2 or 3 halls which are full out there. As you can see, they have come from all over southern belt of India. Here we are to launch the 10th edition of HCL Tech Grant, which was announced almost 10 years ago by HCL Tech through its CSR arm called HCL Foundation. The HCL Foundation delivers the CSR agenda for HCL Tech, the core company, and we, I would say in terms of overall budget numbers, we have already deployed almost 1400 crores over since inception of HCL Foundation. And the HCL Foundation was found way before the CSR law came in India, so we've been implementing CSR directly as well as through NGOs. The HCL Tech Grant is a grant for NGOs which are doing path-breaking work in the area of rural development anywhere in the country. So I just want to make that very clear. While the announcement says 16.5 crore commitment, it can be delivered anywhere in India depending on who wins the grant. So it's a call for applications, and here in the symposium, this is our first symposium of the series. We will also be going to various cities, for example, Patna, Bhubaneswar, Shillong. Each year we go to different regions. This year we'll be going to some of these destinations: Hyderabad, Udaipur, Dehradun, Delhi, and we'll be covering different regions of the country through these symposiums. Symposiums are basically our attempt to keep transparency in the process, where we announce very transparently that this grant is available, and all NGOs are eligible to register who have a registration in India, a valid registration in India. All NGOs can register. Of course, in order to receive the grant, there is an eligibility criteria, and the news of the year is that on extremely high demand from NGOs, we have further reduced the criteria of eligibility to 50 lakhs annual turnover, even in the category of health and education. Environment, it has always been 50 lakh annual turnover as an average of last 3 years. So if an NGO has an average turnover in terms of funds received and deployed by them of 50 lakhs as per their annual report as an average for last 3 years, they are eligible to receive HCL Tech Grant. However, all NGOs are eligible to register for the grant, and by registering, they become a part of one of the country's largest CSR database, where we also collaborate with Government of India extensively, and we collaborate with the larger CSR ecosystem. I'm very happy to report that in last 10 years, HCL Foundation has already invested almost 146.95 crores through HCL Tech Grant alone, and 2.2 million people have been benefited in the rural India in 27,000 villages in remote district across 22 states and 2 union territories, which also include Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh, just to give you an example of how remote the grant is. The successful partnerships have been forged with 58 NGOs since 2016. 38 projects have already been implemented, they have phased out, and 20 are going on, and 9 more will be announced this year. Last year there were 16,000 registrations for the HCL Tech Grant, and each year this number is increasing. By registering for HCL Tech Grant, NGOs also get an opportunity to connect with us. We also offer online courses for them, offline also, like in this symposium there was a master class on the National CSR law. We also train them on project proposal making, capacity building around project cycle management, monitoring and evaluation, fund evaluation, audits, etc. There is IRS officer, for example, Mr. Nandagopal, who directly addressed. So a lot of government officers, they come and they directly address the organizations for their transparency and their accountability. We also have, I would say, regional forums where experts from environment, health, education, they come. And some of the grants, for example, the Sikkim grant that went to Mekshala Trust focuses on education in the tribal language. So there is a lot of focus on indigenous solutions, local language education, innovation. We ensure that technology is a part of everything. For example, ECS won the initial grants and they have this technology called CLART through which they're able to do water resources mapping. We also have another example of IHAT where solar powered diagnostic kits have been provided to ANMs and they can identify high risk pregnancies. In Nagaland we have another grant where we've been able to in 3 districts completely bring the maternal mortality rate to almost zero from a very high maternal mortality rate. Acres and acres of community land has been brought under green governance through higher level village development plans. So I think that has been the 10 years of journey, but I just want to mention that last year winners were the Corbett Foundation Environment category, Sangat Foundation Health category, and Makala Jagriti Education, which actually won 5 crore each for the projects of 4-year duration. And 2024 again we are looking at organizations to come forward and apply. This is the 10th edition. We've been doing this each year rigorously, same process. And if you see these books, these are basically our compendiums. I just want to show you the latest one, volume 7. If you see, this is, I think this is our latest, and so these are different volumes where you will see where we not only I would say talk about the methodology of HCL grant, but we also document the case studies of the 10 best organizations which come through the process in the categories of environment, education and health. And these are best practices which are circulated by us throughout the country. As you can see, this is how the grant footprint is across the country. The projects which have gone, and me and my team with the subject matter experts, audit partners, we travel and we ensure that these projects are implemented according to the framework with which they have applied, and these projects are regularly audited by HCL Foundation. So this is a compendium where all these case studies, you can see the remotest hinterlands as we work, the forest, the environmental work that happens, it is in as remote regions as this. So happy to kind of answer any questions if you have. Thank you so much. Local bees which get conserved because farmers are then using that technique. So we work using local methods in that part of the country and we work in that part of the country. So the technique is same, but we may have to travel more. For example, in the forests of MP, we have to travel more. So we have to keep slightly higher monitoring cost. Whereas in parts of Gujarat, the travel time could be. So accordingly, the unit cost is defined and the impact is measured. Eligibility criteria. So grant is same. Grant is same. So this is basically average expenditure of last financial years has reduced from average expenditure. It is not grant money remains same. 5 crores. If that is the message, you should clarify in your report. Grant will be 5 crore each, and the runner-ups will give 25 lakhs each. It is your eligibility to apply that your annual turnover average is reduced to 50 lakhs from 1 crore. So please clarify in your message when you give it to the NGOs.